Generic greetings and welcome back to Railroads. Today's beverage is ow hot, whatever it is, it tastes of scalded tongue. Now I know for a fact it's green tea, but I think the former is more of an accurate taste now. Anyway, in the previous video we were doing the Freight King challenge. Essentially it was to forego all transport of passengers and mail and solely focus on the transport of bulk goods and freight and big items, and it was quite a successful venture. We managed to win and had some fun doing it. So there's been another suggestion in the comments for a challenge, so we're going to go with that now. Let's go to single player and we're going to go over to, I think, Great Britain. And the suggestion was that because at certain points in that last video we managed to get nearly 100% transport for one particular item, the challenge was to focus solely on one item, getting as much as that as we can, regardless of where it is on the map. Now that is a very, very, very big handicap, but it's an interesting one, so we will go with that. So Great Britain, I think for a bit of a change, we're going to randomize city locations. So basically nobody knows what's going on, we don't know where things are, and it's all a bit chaotic. Basically this is the Brexit button. So let's go to OK and we will load this up. I'm not going to randomize the landscape because I like to keep that the same, at least at this particular place. So we're currently Wrexham, right next to Wales. If we go over to where London would be, apparently it's Norwich upon Thames now. That's interesting. Liverpool is over on the far right. We have Peterborough just north of that, and Chelmsford quite north as well. We've got a couple of Welsh towns that are right in the centre there, in the Midlands. We got Nottingham, up north, Cheltenham, same again. We got Taunton. We've got Hastings, which is apparently smack bang in the centre of Wales, and Ipswich, which is also there as well. If we go right down to the southwest, we have Poole. And Birmingham, apparently. Yes, that famous on this seaside town that is Birmingham. Right, so we started at, hang on, I've lost where we are. We started at Wrexham. So where are our competitors? So if we look around, we can see that we've got one competitor at Salisbury, that is George Hudson. We have, where is the other couple of people? We'll just quickly move around with the map here. Someone in Norwich, we've got George Stevenson in Norwich, and finally, I don't know where the other person is. Oh, there's London, right on the southern coast. Anyway, we'll find out where the other others are later. So, we're not going to forego transporting mail and passengers because that would be a bit too difficult. However, the closest industry to us is apparently this Hastings sheep farm. However, if we look here, we can see that we have strangely, because it's really randomized, we have a cannery which turns fish into food. The problem with that is that you can see that the closest fishery is over here, the London Fishery, and then past that, and then London Fishing Company, and then up here. So basically it's at the other side of the country. Now, do we want to rush that? It's not impossible, to say the least. We'd probably go down into Birmingham, then from Birmingham to Portsmouth perhaps, then Portsmouth to London, and then we can obviously start spurring the lines off from there, and the objective would be to take it all back. The issue being that we actually, there's no real issue because there's no real competitors. If we click on one of the fisheries, you can see on the minimap there that the next closest is really far up north here at Peterborough. So let's try that. So what we're going to do is go for some tracking, and then we're going to track all the way to Cardiff because we do want to get some passengers going. We're just going to unpause it there so the land starts to deform properly. We're going to say there, and we'll have 3 and 2, mail and passengers alike, and then we'll go back, and it'll just go back and forward. Then what we'll do is go from here, and then this will obviously have to be double tracked eventually, but for the time being we should be alright. Just going to skirt around the edges here. To about, that's moderate uphill, we don't want to do that. I want to say gentle uphill, that should be perfectly fine. And then another track there, and then we'll have another train going back and forward from there to there, and that should be us sorted. Obviously we'll have to go into Portsmouth or to London. We might as well do all of that just to get all these passenger trains and such. So I'm speeding up to max speed because we might as well, because this is currently 1830 and the trains are not the fastest in the world. And a bit of a spoiler alert for you there, but they're not known for their extreme acceleration and top speed. So there we go. There's some good money coming in. So again, we'll progress on up to Portsmouth, but I think we'll stop there. Oh, we've just set a new speed record of 26 miles an hour. Excellent. So we'll go from there, and 1, 2, 3, and then 2, and then close that, go to there, job done. So there's another one. Now, we're probably going to spare off and go underneath. Actually, no, we probably won't. We'll probably spare off from there, and then we'll go around and this way. I think that would be a bit better. Sadly, it is going to cost quite a bit to do that, so we can't. So we're making some good money going from Cardiff to Wrexham, and obviously from Birmingham over to Wrexham as well. And, you know, just good passenger and mail stuff. With us having this track very far, we should be doing hopefully alright. Looks like we've got our other competitor here. This is Isambard Kingdom Brunel, going from Hastings down to Ipswich. Okay, so that's a fairly big incline, especially from a train from 1833. So we got 170 odd. Oh, 200 odd now, that's good. So we're just going to come around here, past this little fishery, and then into London. And we'll say, we'll put one of them there. Oh, we don't have enough to place this. That's a bit of a shame. There we go, that's now placed. And we have a 222. Ooh, nice. Now the question is, do I want to go over to here, or do I want to go up to Portsmouth? I think the advantage would be Portsmouth. We'll double track Portsmouth like so. And then we'll have the track going from there, and then probably connecting to there. Actually, we'll do it the other way around. Just it's a bit better with the routing, you know, because old game is old. There was a comment about, I was saying, why do I play this so much even though it's really old, and why don't I play a modern take on it? Well, the answer is I do, just not as readily. This has got equal parts nostalgia and sort of familiarity, really. You know, it's relaxing, you can do these challenges and things like that. Obviously, there's things like Railway Empire and OTTD and loads of others that, yes, I do play and have played, and in fact featured the majority of them, but there's just something about this that I do quite like. So that's going from there to there, that is fine. Now what we want to do is start to get some tracks going where we can have, ideally we want to spur off from here and go down to say there. That's fine. Then we'll put a bit on there. And then I think it would probably be advantageous to double track to about here. Like that. And then we'll connect that up. Obviously, we need to make sure that we can go from one to the other, one side to the other. So we'll do this. And same again. There we are. And that will allow us to get a train going from here. And we'll say fill up at the London fisheries and then head to Wrexham. Excellent. So that is our first bit of cargo there. So that's going to be loading up, with fish. That is now loading up with fish. Excellent. I am preemptively going to do some insider trading and try to buy the cannery. And what a surprise, George Stephen comes in and tries to outbid me. Well, I don't think the AI looks at... Well, I have no idea, actually. I have no idea where the AI looks at what's been bought and sold and what's been exploited, so who knows. Okay, so we need to crack on and focus on these fisheries. I think maybe a double track in London is the way forward, like round here, to maybe... We could just do that, you see. That would work quite well. And then this line here can come off and to sit up to there. That's a nice little brick viaduct there. Prefer that over the other one. And where's the other fishery? It's over there. So basically we just go over to there. As long as we've got a little smidge in it, then we're fine. So we'll place that there. Then once again, we'll say fish. And there, and then clear it back and come back. Actually, that's something I didn't do. I will currently alter that now. I'm actually looking for it, but I can't see. Where's the fish train? The fish train is... not here. And what's happened there? See that? See all these... all them? I don't know what's going on there. That's very strange. That's very strange indeed. And sadly... This one really needs to go at the other side of the track, although it can't at the moment. It cannot. So that will allow it to do that. It'll come down here, and then we'll say that as well, which will allow it to move. What's that one? Larger than average. Larger than average cattle this season means higher demand. Okay, good. So where's our fish train? There it is. So we're going to change that, modify the route of that one, and when it comes to Wrexham, we will clear the cars. 25% traction on inclines. I'm going to put a cheeky bid on that. I don't necessarily need it. We're on a fairly flat plane here, but it would be advantageous to get. So I think that's what we will do. I mean, I'll pay 150 for it. I think 150 is not an unreasonable amount. It's coming up probably past where I really care enough about it. Oh, we got it for a decent amount. It's not too bad. Right, okay, let's build from there to there. What we're going to do is double track again. And it's going to then go up towards Manchester. And then it's going to go through Manchester and over to here. And oh, can you see that? Someone is already exploiting that. The 422 Iron Duke is now available. Good. You can see this is George Stevenson. So they're already there. I'm going to place my terminal there. And I'll say max it out, wait until full, go to Wrexham, clear the car, and then come back. We'll do probably some double tracking around here so it can get past, but that's really only our focus. I'll delete that, and what I want to do is make sure we can connect up. For some reason it's not, it's glitching out a little bit. We'll do that, and then we'll do that. Okay, that still works. That's okay. That's fine. In terms of money, it looks like I am currently the highest here, which is good. And I've not sold any shares, which is an interesting one. I would have thought we'd have to have sold some shares at some point. I want to go. I want to get Manchester double tracked actually first before I do anything else really. And once Manchester's double tracked, we can. I think probably go ahead and upgrade some. Well, place a station in Manchester, then upgrade some stations. I think that'll be a decent one overall. The question is, do I want to double track all the way to London again? I don't think so. We just need a passing point. I think that's the main takeaway really. So there's that, and we'll place, if we can, a station. We cannot because we don't have any money to do that. Let's go from there, and 4 and 2 is generally the rule. Wouldn't say that's the same again coming back. We'll double check on our trains. So we'll say the Cardiff Zephyr upgrade. You can see, oh yeah, it's just a much better train. It's just a much better train all around. Engine rather, engine. It's not a train. They're all Iron Dukes anyway. Okay, so apparently you just set a new speed record of 36 miles an hour. We're also quite in debt. I'm going to sell some of my stock so we're now not in debt. And we're going to start to upgrade some of our stations here. So we're going to upgrade them all to terminals. You can see in Wrexham, however, we are now getting some decent food there. And food is demanded at Cardiff. So they are quite hungry. We will transport that over there then. There's half maintenance costs on all trains. That's the best upgrade in the game as far as I'm aware. So we are going to focus on getting that. I think we have more than enough money to just pretty much outbid anybody. Yep. Yep. It's going up, isn't it? It's going up quite a bit. I never expected to get this far. And it's ours now. Okay. So we're going to go from Wrexham, fill up with food, and then go back and forward. That's all we really need to do. That should be perfectly fine. It's a little bit chaotic, and... Oh, I was going to say that can come through there. That's fine. That's fine. And oh, no. Things are getting a little bit cramped around here. Anyway, it looks like it's moving now. So in Birmingham, Birmingham. And we'll say Portsmouth, and then London needs to be upgraded as well. We don't have enough for a terminal, sadly. Terminals increase the load and unload speed, but also the main reason for it. New navies make steel necessary. Ship production is up. Okay, fine. So yeah, you can see that extra passengers and mail revenue, which we're actually probably gaining a lot of money on. So that's okay. Let's see if we can head further south. So we've got like a ranch there. We've got a couple of ranches, and and from Poole, if you look at Poole, it's got some industry there, so that's good for us. So we're going to come down to say there. Doesn't really matter how far we get into that one, as long as we can place that, and we'll immediately give that a cheeky upgrade. And I actually don't think. I was about to say I don't know if I want to transport passengers, but I actually can't receive passengers anywhere. So it's sort of an academic thing. So let's go from there, and then from, say, there, and come down, and a bit of a viaduct there. I prefer to have the brick one, and then that should be us sorted. So it means annex on both of these, and 2 trains. So one there. There's, look, 12 beef. We'll go to there, and we won't even clear it, because by the time we unload and load it, it's right next door. You know what I mean? There's no point. It'll just take more time to sort that out. So that'll take some time for that to happen. Let me sell some more shares, and then I'm going to start buying this stockyard out. And then, we can also see down here, we got another cattle farm. So we are going to double track this, and we're going to come down this way. Like there. There's another train. Engine. We've also got the coal company, and this has a steel mill, so even better. What we can do is spur off from that, then go straight up to this and do the same thing. So we want cattle, and then transport beef from one place to the other. And then we'll get some ore, and then go there, and then come back. And because we know we're transporting that, we will buy the steel mill as well. And then what we'll have to do is see where the nearest foundry is. Actually, no, it's the arm. It's on this map at this time. It's arms manufacture. So you need to turn the ore into steel. Or whatever it is. Metal, girders, them I-beams. And then you need to turn that into bombs, which Portsmouth can do. But that's transporting it quite far. Look at that. That's a nice combination there of everything going in. I'm going to make sure that that is upgraded, which it is. That's fine. Because we're now going to get loads of stuff there. Look at that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anything else? Well, do you know what's really interesting? That the only other cattle company is over there, Hastings Cattle Company. I think we will be a bit cheeky, and we're going to track from there. Actually, no, we'll double track. I think double tracking from there is going to be an advantage, and then we'll head off up here and around. No grade there. That's gentle downhill. No grade again. And spending a lot of money going up here. But I don't care, because then we should be on 100% transport for that. I will clear that car coming back, though. Right, should we see what we are like? I'm going to start buying some more of my stock. In fact, I'm going to start buying other people's stock, because I've got decent money. If we can see goods, we are 100% livestock, which is what we expected, what we're aiming for. Mail and food, strangely, it's 70%. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Buying more of my stocks out there. So we've got loads of food and steel in Poole. However, we need to get that shifted, and if we go over to Portsmouth, see where the war factory is. The war factory is It'll be nestled somewhere in here. Can't see it. It's there, I think. That's it there. Okay, so it will come from here. But if we just click on... What's this? 25% passenger delivery bonus? Yes, please. Oh, apparently Cardiff can make it. That's fine. We can do that then. We've already got a lot of stuff going to Cardiff. Go from there. 3 of each. Sorry, 4 of each. And then... Oh, we can't get to... Can't get to Cardiff from there. No, we can't. We'll have a straight shot. Just a straight line going to there and back. So there. 3 of each. Although I'm very tempted not to just send steel, actually. Wait until full, go there, clear it, come back. Okay? And that's going to produce bombs. But for the food, I think, honestly, we could just go back and forward. Don't think it's unreasonable to assume that. We probably want a cheeky double track. Well, it's going to be very difficult with the size of the line here. Fertilizer's down. That's fine because I don't have any of that. We'll go from there. Food, wait until full, max it out, go there. And bring some passengers back because we might as well. We might as well. So there we are. That's all that getting transported. In terms of cash, good grief, I'm doing really well here. I'm able to buy out a lot of stock. So in Salisbury, we can see we've got... Ooh, what's that? A 422 Sterling, 60 miles an hour. Let's check to see what the deal is. So we've currently got the Iron Duke. And you can see, actually, that one is better for freight. I'm not going to upgrade any of the trains. I think that's an intermediary one. Okay, so from Cardiff... I think we can go over to Bristol. Because why not? And some people might say Bristol. That's the reason. But that would be crude. I've also never been there, so can't personally comment. It is not wanting bombs, however, I'm guessing some place will want that. Well, I know London does. Portsmouth does, rather. It has a demand for bombs. Actually, so does Wrexham anyway. What we'll do then, we'll alter this. So we're going to alter it. So instead of carrying loads of food, we'll clear a couple of it off. And it will bring back some ammunition. And that should do us fine. We'll load up a bit more. There's some steel going down there. We'll buy up more of our own stock just to try and make sure. Real Newcomer Shows Fangs goes on a buying spree. So that's actually an achievement. Victory. 20% of everybody else. Okay, fine. There's increased speed in tight turns. The Westinghouse air brakes patent. We'll go for that. Looks like we've won that fairly successfully. From Bristol, what we'll do is we'll have like a junction over here. That's a bit annoying actually. I'm going to have to delete that. So it goes to, say, there and then there. And then we can also do that and connect that up just because we can, really. And it means that we can have extra trains going from one place to another. We'll do that. Why not? Place these in like so, and then we'll place a terminal. And just go back and forward because we are doing quite good on the passenger stuff. 100% on livestock, 73% on fish. So who's taken over the fish? I'm guessing it's on the right hand side. Yes, George Stevenson's in there. I don't think anybody is really down... No, there's nobody else down south. Look at all the fish as well. There's loads of it. I'm guessing it's just a routing problem. It'll probably be a fairly big routing problem, actually. Pool has got absolutely massive... Look at the size of Pool. Wow, okay. It's huge. What I'm going to do is track from here over to here. And I want to get a line coming off to there. Looks like George Hudson set a new speed record of the 422 Sterling. And I want to transport that or go there and then clear it and come back. It's already Spaghetti Junction, so we might as well add to it. Look at that. That's really good. I like the look of that track. That's quite the Spaghetti Junction as well. I wouldn't have thought that would be so big at this point. It's Pool that I'm surprised at. Massive. Loads of cargo. Anyway, so where were we? Let's get that upgraded. That's upgraded. That's upgraded. Half's cost to build tunnels. Don't think we'll need that. But quite frankly, we're going to put some bids on it. Speaking of bids, I'm going to start buying some more stocks. Yeah, George Stevens, I'm going to have it. I am not too bothered, really. So from Bristol, where can we go from Bristol? Can't really go to Nottingham because it means ploughing through this here, as well as going over someone else's track. However... and again, Peterborough's probably out of bounds as well. Okay. We'll just stick to our own little corner. I'm just see if there's anything down here. Steel production goes up, which is good because we have a fair amount of money in that. You can see that this is taking a while to have the trains go back and forward. I'm going to connect that up to there just so we have more connections. A lot of these only have one place to go, which is obviously a bit of an issue. We could, if we wanted to, in Wrexham, just build a like a bomb factory or something, but I don't think we're going to bother. As for that, I'm going to alter this here and say wait until full no, and then close that, and this one, that's fine as well. The reason for that is I want it to be going back and forward as fast as possible, because the ammunition is building up in that city, and that's something you generally don't want. So, there we are. In terms of stock, bought out quite a bit of stock. I own all of our stock. It's just all now. 28 million is what we're worth. The next highest is Brunel on 10 million. Wow, I can't believe we've got this far this quickly. We're going to continue on from Salisbury, and we're going to go over to... this requires nitrates. Where is the nearest nitrates? Nearest nitrates is over there. So let's be completely silly. I was about to say completely silly and track over, and that's what they've done there. What's this here? Could Railroad Baron buy out the royal family? It's possible. Full storage, page 3. I think that is over 30 million. Yeah, almost certainly. Yep. 30 million net worth. So we're going to go over to Hitchin, like so, and then the problem is that bridge they've just placed. That is the big issue. Go to there, and then to there. It's silly. If it's silly but it works, is it still silly? Well, yeah, of course it is. But you know what? It works. There we go. Oh, did I say wait until full on that one? I can't remember. No, I didn't. Right. So there's the Hitchin. That's the chemical factory. So we'll start a auction on that one. And then we need to take it to a hospital. And the nearest hospital is in Cheltenham. Okay, so we'll double track. And what we'll do is we'll go up here. And then straight across to Cheltenham like so. Looks like Ipswich Texture Mill is being bought by Brunel. I think we're going to muscle in on that. And in fact, we're just going to start muscling in on all of their territory. See, they're transporting... This is another metagame bit. Like, obviously, the majority of money that you get is... Ooh, there's the 422 Johnson Midland Spinner. Spinner! Yeah. I was about to bid on that one as well. Yeah, you get most of your money transporting goods. However, if you buy out a lot of their industry, all the money that they're trying to make, you're basically making money off the back of it. Now, let's not try to buy a train while that's got an auction running. So it's not that you're taking money out of their pockets because they don't own it in the first place. However, if you... There we go. If you buy it out and they wanted it, then it's a bit different. You noticed I'm transporting back from Cheltenham mail and passengers over to Hitchin, but in Hitchin we're not using... Well, they don't actually need that, they don't want that, but I reckon that'll grow to a decent size before then. So I'm just going to go around, I'm just checking to see if there's any canneries or anything else, any industry really, that's making a bit of money, and if it is the case, then we will buy it out. Strangely, from this track goes up to here, then goes over to there. That cannery has got 0 revenue, and I don't know why. There's half the cost of bridges, and that would have been great if I got that like a little while ago. But anyway, we're going to keep buying and keep bidding. That's okay, that's okay. Look at the revenue on that stockyard. Great, isn't it? Profit is over 2 million. Well, it's sort of understandable. Do you want to transport more nitrates? We could do, couldn't we? Problem is, how do we get there? Because we need to connect it to this. Well, there is one way we can do it. We go from there. And we do that. Sort of going under and over and all sorts of weird shapes and combinations. But we got there in the end. We'll need a passing point here as well. And that's all I've done. Whoa! They almost got a bit of industry then. Look at that. 1 tunnel and 1 bridge. European vacation is invade. Ooh, okay. So that's good for us because we get more passenger profit, which is excellent. Back over to trains then. So you want to go from there. You want to bring all of the nitrates. Huh, looks like it won't get there. Why will it not get there? Is it not connected up? It certainly looks like it's connected up. The Ipswich Wool Company. Oh. Ah, that's a problem. That's where the... That is apparently where the track is. You're joking. Well, we'll try it now. That should work. So from there, load it up. Now we can go to there. Yeah, that's fine. So we got 6 million in the kitty. Just looking around to see where we can transport more stuff to and from. We don't have... We got nitrates there. Why is it taking so long? Don't know, but Hitchin's looking much bigger now. It'll probably increase in size later on. Look at the state of some of this track. If we transport loads of iron to Bristol, we'll get a nice bonus, but it's only 100,000, I think. So at this point in time, I don't see it being worth it. Cheltenham has grown somewhat. I'll just see if there's anything north. I don't think there is. And there's a new train. The 440 Claude Hamilton, passenger 80 miles an hour. Let's go to upgrading then and see. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, time to upgrade all of our engines to the one that looks like Thomas. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what it was based on. Although, to be fair, I'm basing that assumption on the fact that this is a blue train, blue engine, locomotive, not train. Yeah, so I have no idea whether or not it is. I'm sure a quick Google will probably tell you what Thomas the Tank Engine is based on. If it's based on anything you understand. It could just be make a cliched train. So you can see I'm spending a lot of cash here upgrading all of these lines. I think it's just worth it though, because some of these are quite old. And that will increase our profits somewhat, I would hope. Well, immediately we've set a new speed record of 49 miles an hour, so it must be semi-decent then. Current stock, 47 mil and rising. To buy out someone, we could do that. We could buy out George. The person I want to buy out the most is the one that's stealing our fisheries in. Have I just... What? Oh, okay. There was a Liverpool Trawler Company. I did not see that. Right, okay, that changes things. We're going to have to address that. So we are transporting fish. What I'm going to do is spur this off. I'm going to go here and round and under. And can we not go under? We probably can go under. Yes, we can. And then over to there. And then there's a direct route that probably cost us $1 million just to go over to that. I didn't realise that that was there. Hang on, why did that not work? Wait until full. Close. Delete that. Then go to there. Then clear it. There we go. Okay, now we've completed that challenge. And also, I'm going to buy out George, because why not? And there's another achievement, I believe. Yes, buy out someone else. So we've got that railway mania, 22 years remaining. We failed this one, which is connect Liverpool and Manchester and take 70% ownership of your own company. There is increased freight power for all trains. We are going to focus on buying that because, well, we have a lot of money in that. Oh, look at that. You can see these now. We've got cold storage on the back rather than just like the open crates like they've got. Cool. Let's see what the size of some of these are. Wrexham is fairly massive. There's... Yeah, I still think that looks really cool. Pool does look cool. That's a lot of traffic. The thing is, because it's so close... I mean, 1, 2, 3 stockyards right next to it. I mean, it was fantastic. There is a 080 web compound. Sounds like some sort of cream, and it's just better than the rest of them. It is just better. Do I want to start upgrading? It says preferred cargo freight, but I mean, it's just faster for everything else. Okay. Let's spend some cash. This is one of the games, admittedly many downsides where we have a horrible train upgrade system where it just takes so long. I wonder if you can use arrow keys. No. And we can't select multiples of them. How much are these trains? 77,000 each. And since starting this upgrade, I've made 3 million. So spending all of this money, yeah, we're still making this. The reason why there's a lot more trains in here is because obviously we did buy out George Hudson. So it means that we've got more to upgrade. And I have no idea what state their engines were in the first place. They could have been using really old ones. A typical. As soon as I get it all there, we finally get the General Electric announces the ES1 Electric. We're probably not going to bother, to be honest with you. Yeah. The next person we want to buy out. Oh, there's a cannery. That's making money. We better buy that out. I thought that was the cannery that'll be making some cash because it's from there. New speed record there, 54 miles an hour. I think it is George that we want to buy out next, just so we definitely get 100% cannery. Let's check what we are at the moment. So, even though we've bought one person out, there's still obviously two competitors. We're on 100% for arms and 100% for livestock and medicine and steel. That's excellent. That's really good. Passengers and mail, we got 53 and 66 respectively. Food is 64. Textiles, Brunel's got 91% of that. Wool, they've got 93. And nitrates, we've only got 27% with Brunel on 72. Looks like George hasn't really got a look in. And sadly, I've also bought his line out as well. Which means that basically, this is a GG. We've won. There's no way that Brunel is going to be able to catch up. We are, we're worth 66 million, and it's climbing at the rate of, I think, 1 million every, it looks like every 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8 seconds, just shy of 8 seconds, to get that. Looks like sheep. Oh, textiles has just been dropped on its head. So we going to make a lot less money on textiles, and there's Brunel has got the majority of his industry in that. Oh, that's a shame. That's a crying shame. So yeah, I'm currently up to the point now where I really don't need to focus on building. I mean, look at where we've got. Look at the map. It's pretty much all blue. The only bit we've got there is in Wales, where Brunel has been forging quite very well ahead, to be honest with you there. He knows his market, knows where he's going, taking all of this stuff over, but quite frankly, it's there's not much to really say. I'm just looking at their engines and see if he's got anything. No, he's not electrified the lines or anything like that. It's a shame this all doesn't go any further. Oop north. Be nice to have northwest, northeast, and Scotland and stuff. That'd be quite good. There is a map that has that you can download. There's several maps you can download, and indeed a mod. But it's a bit iffy to get working on Steam. I've had no great success with it. Not that I've tried a massive amount, you understand, but yeah, it can just be a little bit iffy. And also the maps don't work in the downloaded maps that I've tried anyway. Don't work in skirmish in this mode. They work in multiplayer because obviously it's people versus people, but the AI does not like custom maps. It just seems to sit there and do nothing, which is obviously making it easier for a win, but also reduces the challenge somewhat. So I'm just waiting basically for the completion now, because we might as well. I'm going to upgrade a train to a Lecky. Just see what it looks like. Oh, there you go. Look, see it's arcing and sparking from the top there. We don't get overhead lines, not that we need it, you understand. But you can see the little, the sprung rail going up and down. Looks like Chelmsford Cannery is up for sale, so, I mean, we can just fling any amount of money at it we want. We've got 13 million. I mean, we could be a bit toxic and let him buy it. Yeah, I think we will. We'll let him buy it. So, well done. You've won that. I'm now going to buy you out and win. So we own it by proxy. And there we go. That is a full completion. We own everybody. In fact, what's the date? Let's just pause a second and we'll check that. We can see that it is... We're still in... we're still in... the Middle Era victory conditions. So we're at 1916. We've got Sunset of the Big Four. That is to deliver 20 carloads of passengers from Manchester to London. That's like just a specific one we'll have to aim for. Obviously, we've transported loads of stuff. We also need to set a world speed record with the legendary A4 Mallard. Current average, fastest average is 51, so when you get the Mallard, you just have to make a long track, and that's easily done. Either way, that has been a bit of railroads once again, and a decent challenge, I think. Yeah, we did get all of the fisheries apart from the one that I missed. But yeah, it was an interesting one, and actually, the biggest surprise was how much money we made. Spending a lot of money going around the place, because we had to go quite far. We had to basically go to the other side of the map in order to get the first fishery, and everything else we transported from there was just passengers and mail. But we made so much money doing that because we connected up about 5 or 6 towns. Yeah, it made it worth it. It definitely made it worth it. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any more suggestions, ideas, etc. for challenges, then drop them in the comments, and we will, as always, go from there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.